I think people are very careless. They take it for granted.
People are like indulging into short-term money-making schemes, which are mostly scams.
Big problem. You will not be able to get rich.
Rest 40-50% is what I end up saving.
Become disciplined with money. Become disciplined with your life. Become disciplined with your health.
It's very important that you're not getting into debt or credit overdraft for these things.
They want financial freedom. They want to retire early, and they want all that money in their pocket.
Early as in how early will that be?
They want it right now. They want it just in a second.
Immediate
That money should come in their
gratification.
pocket.
Okay.
And that is the thing that's going on. People are like indulging into short-term money-making schemes, which are mostly scams.
Big problem there.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are many people in the market who tend to suggest you can make 1 crore in a month.
Yeah.
Right? There are many people
Unfortunately.
who come. I won't be like naming those guys. They say, it's not difficult to make 1 crore in a month. Right? You guys can make it. Right? You guys can make it. You guys can make 1 crore. Agreed. But through legal ways and those kinds of legitimate ways and efforts. Not landing into these short-term money-making schemes.
Yeah.
You might get that 1 crore through those schemes, but the value of that 1 crore will fall so quickly you will not even realize.
Yeah.
Right. So the students currently, they want to have crores and crores of money in their
Quick
pocket.
money. Yeah.
Right. I asked them ki, like how much money you want. Right. They say jitna mil jaye utna kam hai. Right. That greediness, that greedy atmosphere, right? Because the Gen Zs and the new people, right? Especially the people, I would say, they want money, of course. And to get that money, they're becoming too greedy.
And what's one unpopular opinion about money management that you have?
I think people are very careless. They take it for granted, and they believe in, where they start off from a young age, and they're in the comfort zone of trying to live a very lavish life, which is a very, very wrong foot to start note with.
Today's money, what I do is I kind of categorize it into 3 categories. One, I put it in a deposit. Presumably, I'm not going to touch that money for the next 1 or 2 years because I don't need it. I need that commitment after the 2 years. Second is an emergency surge kind of a fund or money which is just there, acting just at any possible time might need. And obviously the third would be just for the day-to-day, commute and, expenses along the way. So I think I keep 2 different accounts for the deposit and the emergencies are separate account, and one for the expenses is a separate account. And by the way, I don't use any credit cards. So that's
interesting. I think one thing we always try to promote is the discipline. Cashvisory, we strongly believe that managing your money is a lot about discipline, and a lot of times we tend to get into this false belief. I have money without and for something like money that is so obvious in the numbers, we still tend to make these mistakes. I usually come across especially amongst youngsters is as their income grows, their expenses also grow at the same amount. So essentially their savings are not growing over time. So that is a big mistake. And as a salaried individual, if you continue to upgrade your life in the same proportion as your salary grows, you are right, you will not be able to make money and you will not be able to get rich.
I have fixed expenses of, let's say, 30%. So at least I bucket it like that okay, 30% or 40% are my fixed expenses, which are unavoidable.
Yeah.
Considering me being the only income source for my family. And then I have a special bucket with about 15 to 20% allocation, which I keep for my wishes and desires. And then let's say the rest 40-50% is what I end up saving.
I think the buckets part you mentioned is very important. We always go with the 50-30-20 rule kind of thing, where we advise people to at least save and invest 20% of their salary. So sure, by all means 50% could be with all your needs, and nowadays rental in big cities is big, but you can also include your EMIs if you have other expenses. 30% could be, you're right, you need to have aspirations, you need to fulfill your desires, because if you're working so hard for a career, you need to reap the benefits, some along the way and some you should keep for future goals, right? So I mean, it's kind of impractical to assume that you'll save all the money. So that also is a goal that is a little unattainable, and you kind of fail at it and then you feel even worse. So rather you would just take that into account and put some 30% of your salary or whatever percentage that suits you and allows you for enough surplus or savings that you know that you will splurge. you know that you'll go out to eat or whatever you are interested in. Have that latte if you want, or avocado toast, whatever floats your boat, and go for those holidays. But then again, it's very important that you're not getting into debt or credit overdraft for these things, or this EMIs for luxurious goods that you probably should delay a little further, right?
Right.
And that constant surplus that you have, the percentage that you've decided, 20% that you want to save and invest, as your income grows, that percent should at least remain the same or slightly grow. That should not start to reduce. It shouldn't be that you're saving 1,000 rupees even in a 1 lakh salary, or even in 2 lakh salary is the same 1,000 rupees.
I know.
Right?
That's a trap where a lot of people gets into.
Yeah.
With their increased salary, they are not able to increase a incremental amount in their
Incremental.
savings.
So that percentage needs to be justifiable, that you're getting 1 lakh or 2 lakh, right? Like 20% of that needs to go into future saving. Achieving your financial goals is more about discipline than anything else. If you just follow a certain discipline consistently over a period of 10 years, 20 years, it will take you a long way compared to someone who has done something very fancy for a few years and then just let go.
Money can be earned, maintained, protected, and multiplied only through discipline. Discipline in how you are managing it, discipline in how you are investing it, discipline in how you are using it to further your objectives in life. So discipline is very important. Don't look at the somebody super successful and think that they are successful without money. Get closer to them, watch their moves. You'll find them, they are crazy with their use of money. If you want to become one of them, start doing the first thing. Become disciplined with money. Become disciplined with your life. Become disciplined with your health.
Money is the best thing, but the thing is, I would suggest to all my audience and people also, getting money is not bad. You have to earn money. Food, water, clothing, shelter, outing, vacations, family, friends, wife, everything, husband. Earning money is really good, but that might take time also. You need to be patient. You need to be consistent.